So, Rally Deutschland. I am here and I have to get there. Well, there's only one way for it. This is Shakedown. We've roughed it up on gravel for 7 rallies in a row. Now it's time for the hard stuff as Shakedown goes even faster on tarmac. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Ein Bratwurst, bitte.
Jawohl.
Now they say you can have too much of a good thing, but here on Shakedown this week, we're piling it on.
Bitte schön.
Dankeschön. Another?
Guten Appetit.
Ja, danke.
When in Germany, do as the Romans do.
Milius Antonius.
Sebastien Loeb's fan club hop over from France and invite me to cheer the rally favourite.
Sebastien Loeb!
I hear what's on the grapevine from Skoda's German rally hero, Armin Schwarz. And spend some real time with you in the beautiful vineyards of Deutschland. And of course, all the asphalt action from Rally Germany. It's time to learn with Neil. Repeat after me. Tree. Air. Tree. Air. Now put them together. Tree, air. Tree air. And right there you have the city headquarters of Rally of Germany, or Rally Deutschland. That's Rally Deutschland. See? It's easy. Now, the learning continues. A key settlement in the Roman Empire, Trier, or Augustus Treverorum as it was known then, that's Latin, was founded in 16 BC, that's over 2,000 years ago, by Emperor Augustus, as opposed to Emperor Trevor. And look, it's still here, it's very nice. Nice buildings, big cathedral, fine wines, lots of bells, and very close to France and Luxembourg. They're over there and over there. And in Trier, the things one simply must do are visit a beer garden and drink an enormous boot-shaped glass of beer. Danke. Ride your bike along the River Mosel. Drink a nice glass of apple wine. And say Guten Tag to all 100,000 of the population. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. That was 5. Rally Deutschland is the first true asphalt rally of the year. What that means is he who brakes latest goes fastest. Now, choosing the correct racing line through corners is essential to win here. Hidden dangers lurk at the roadside. Hinkelsteins stop tanks. WRC cars are strong, but if they hit one of these, it's rally over.
You need to be very precise on the braking.
You've got to be very, very good at surface changes and different varying levels of grip.
Yeah, I think braking very late.
You have a lot of grip in the turn. You need to be very careful not to slide at all. Sometimes very narrow and you come very fast.
Clean and tidy with your driving.
Just keep it neat, keep it sweet.
One of the most experienced of all the WRC drivers and local favourite is Skoda's main peddler, Armin Schwarz, who's been driving rally cars for 21 years. His successes include German and European champion. Armin, it's a pleasure to meet you properly and spend some real time with you in the beautiful vineyards of Deutschland.
Very welcome.
Thank you. What, for you, as a German driver, and there aren't very many of those at the moment, how much pressure does it put on you? How important is it to perform well in front of your home fans?
I think the pressure will rise for sure. I mean, now I'm quite relaxed, and I know always on your home event you have more difficulties because everybody expects you to be competitive, to be fast.
Can you really kind of think about what it is that makes you do what you do?
First of all, if you're talented for it, you don't need to listen to many things, you don't need to concentrate for many things because they go all automatically. I get asked quite often from racing drivers who say, look, we concentrate once in the morning, once in the afternoon, we have a practice, we have a race. You are going to have 6, 7, 8 races, 10 races a day. How you can concentrate? But that is where you are growing in. If you start rallying, you will know that you have to do certain jobs what takes you totally away from the stage, like checking the tires, checking the pressure, change your tires, talking with the teams, getting the times, looking at the map on the next stage that you know which one is coming up. So this all is a part of your job.
I think we're going to go and have a look around the lovely vineyard and maybe sample some wines.
Let's try, yeah?
Yeah, very good. So this is your home?
Yes.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and you make wine?
Yeah.
Is that your main business?
Yes.
And which wine do you make?
I make Riesling, 93% Riesling and 7% white Burgundy.
Okay.
I make not red wine.
No.
I have also clients in England. Also the royal family had wine for me in the cellar, yes.
Very good. So it has one of those stamps on it by royal appointment on it?
No, I have not yet.
Not yet. And how many bottles do you make a year?
I make between 120,000 to 150,000 bottles a year.
And of course you have to taste all of them yourself and make sure they're okay.
I must have the feeling that my product is one of the best in the world, and then I can also sell them.
Good. It's different.
This is different, yes. It's most white, more natural sugar, so he has more body and he's full from aromas.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a big difference also in price.
Those are the ones that the British royal family have, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they spend not so much money for wine.
Well, here's to long life.
Yeah.
So, for long life.
For long life and good luck.
Yeah, this is Germany, rock and roll, yeah. Ah, Phil.
No, you need that under your armpit.
Gilles. What? Gotta look my best for Sebastian. Hello. You like? No.
Hi, Zig.
Yeah.
Are you that famous Czech footballer?
Yeah. How's your German?
Not good.
Not good?
Not good.
Not good. Do you speak any German?
Guten Morgen.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
That's 0 actually.
Okay. Well, then it'll be highly amusing. Do you speak German?
No, I know.
Good. Very bad.
Oh, bitte schön, danke.
Good. Wie geht's? Oh no. We've got some German words or phrases that are related to the rally. I want to test you with. Steuermann, what's that?
Steuermann.
Steuermann.
I know, it's dog, no? Doberman, yeah.
No idea.
It's a man? Man, no?
Steuermann.
What do you That's
Co-driver?
correct. Gangschaltung.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun with about 6 girls.
Yeah, it's military camp, no?
You'll be doing hundreds of these over the weekend.
Changing gear or something
Is
like that?
correct. Very good.
You don't want to say what I picked for first in my mind. But
No, you can say it.
No,
I won't tell anyone.
yeah, let's leave it.
Schnellboot.
Schnellboot, it's not sausages?
That's speed limit. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't need to know about that.
Gas geben.
That I know, eh?
Gas given. What do you mean?
It's accelerate.
Flat out.
Bremse.
Bremse, I know. Brakes.
Bremse.
Brems is a brems.
Break? No?
Correct. He's doing very well. That one's more up your street. Obenhöhner.
Sounds painful.
Topless.
Okay.
That was not good.
No, my 0.
Yeah.
You have the...
Yeah, the answers.
That's why you're not.
That's why I know. Okay, one of the attractions here at the starting ramp, the opening ceremony of Rally Deutschland, is a performance group called Science Friction. I am a tree. I am a tree. The thing that makes it extra special is that smoke machine. It's just the right touch. Ah. Now hers comes off. Oh yeah, oh yeah. How do they top that? Bang, bang, bang.
Siege in Neuseeland und Griechenland, 7 Siege insgesamt.
So, Peter, you see this very small, nice car over there? So is it also easy for you to drive here by this way, like the small car?
I'm very good at this, I will tell you.
That's interesting. It's not particularly sportsmanlike, but what Petter was saying is that he's hoping for rain because, of course, they're the only team that has Pirelli tyres, and Pirellis are very good on the rain. So, can Markus Grönholm get his first German win? We'll only find out this weekend. So the sun is setting, the opening ceremony is finished, which means the drivers get a good night's sleep, and tomorrow, Rally Deutschland begins. Coming up after the break. Get your togas out as Shakedown goes back in time. No shortage of drama from day one of Rally Germany. Plus my first ever go as a co-driver in a historic rally car. Long. Welcome back to Shakedown. Woo-hoo!
Nilius, Antonius, Avi, Amica.
Avi, Amica, Salvianus. I have news from Rome.
From Rome?
There is to be a huge, exciting chariot race of a modern kind. Huge chariots, 350 horsepower.
Wow, so many.
The bravest chariot racers will be coming. They're right behind me. So this is exactly like the surface that the chariots will be racing on at speeds of over 150 kilometers an hour.
Well, I hope they have tough wheels and good suspensions.
I'm sure they do.
Because that's a very demanding surface here, you know, with these big limestone as the metal street here.
And this is how you built roads?
That's right. That's what we did. This is about 3 feet thick and very substantial, but rough and demanding. Well, Nilius Antonius, yeah, you see these columns here. We have lots of rain here, 180 days, probably as much as fabled Britannia. And so people here had these columns with roof supporting beams across so that all the pedestrian walks were roofed over. And you could walk in the rain through Augusta Torwurm, high and dry, just like we do right now. Here you have the 4 virtues. Virtues that you need in rally driving too, like cleverness here, sapientia, justice on the right with the sword and the scales, moderation, and also strength.
Right.
So these are still
4 very
modern
important things for rally
modern
drivers.
virtues, yes. And for the good weather, you have St. Peter on top, who is the patron saint of Trier, but also the patron saint of
good weather. He's
So,
not doing a very good job.
well, I mean, it could be worse. Nilius Antonius, I proudly present you with our fastest model.
Wow. But from what I hear, these new chariots go faster even than this.
Well, I just can't believe that.
It's possible.
Now, this is where in front of 20,000 people, wild animals killed each other, where people were executed, and where gladiators fought.
So, Salvianos, I've enjoyed roaming around Trier with you. Thank you very much for showing me around. But the thing is, I think it's time for the rally to start.
So, let the games begin!
Last time out in Finland, the action came thick and fast. Petter Solberg was the first victim to feel the force of the Finnish countryside, denting his car and championship hopes. Next up in the demolition derby, Sebastian Lindholm smacked a rock and became a passenger. It got worse for Peugeot when Harry Rovanperä turned his car over and ended his rally. But for Marcus Gronholm, a very different home rally, notching up his first win of the season. But it may not be enough to catch Sebastien Loeb. His fourth place increased his championship lead. Now back to Tarmac, he'll feel right at home on his favourite surface. So here's where it's all going to happen. 3 full days of stages in Western Germany, all based around the old Roman city of Trier, home of Rally HQ. So we've made it to stage 1 of Rally Deutschland. It's Ruhwertal, stage 1, Friday morning. The cars are going to come flying round that hairpin, pick up a lot of speed down the straight and brake late into this bend. And obviously, as you can see, it's slippy. It's been raining all morning. So a key character of this rally is tyre choice, because when the cars left service this morning, it was dry. Now the surface is wet and potentially could get wetter.
Ciel tout droit, 150 mètres, droite 140 court.
So first on the road is Sebastian Loeb, supposedly invincible on this surface. Next up, Marcus Gronholm, eager to get started. Perhaps too eager. Rally over.
We went off in the first corner of the stage and we tried to get it on the road, but it's there. I'm sorry.
So here comes Francois Duval. Ah, he's taking a wrong turning.
Et frein pour gauche, 40 ouvre, 40 ouvre.
Daniel Sola was in the hunt for points in Mitsubishi's last rally for a while. But it all ended when he wrapped his car around a tree. Better luck for teammate Gilles Panizzi though. So I can hear the sound of Gilles Panizzi in his Mitsubishi. Now expect him to come slow around this corner, then really pick up speed. He's in 5th place at the moment, which could be a very good points result for Mitsubishi. So with Marcus Gronholm out of the Rally Deutschland, the man you can see over my right shoulder, Frenchman Cedric Robert, is the only hope for Peugeot. He's currently in 6th place, which will give them points. But he's not going to get any points like that. This spin losing him several places. Meanwhile, Francois Duval was still pushing his way through the German countryside as he chased down the leader.
Gauche 40, 25 frein pour droite 33.
And that was Sebastian Loeb, who was keeping it tidy and in 1st place. Now, to understand where Rally is today, it's good to go back in history. Here in Rally Deutschland, there's a historic rally following the WRC cars around. Loads of cars from the 70s and 80s that used to run things back in the day. And that is a car I'm going to go in. When you bought this, did it say on the deeds, one careful lady owner? Because it was one of the few and most successful female rally drivers that used to own it, isn't it?
Well, after Hannu Mikkola gave it a good shakedown, Michelle Mouton took hold of it and took it into the 1,000 Lakes, and I think she finished about 7th in the 1,000 Lakes, but that wasn't a particularly good year for her because Michelle drives exceptionally well for any individual, and an incredible woman. Still today, the only woman who's ever won a World Championship round. Incredible lady.
Obviously, I'm keen to get to the end.
Yeah.
I'm keen to, stay alive.
Me too.
But also, I want to learn about the pace notes and want to see what this baby does, because I've heard so much about these.
Okay.
He's the coolest looking co-driver I've ever
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So it's double caution 100, double caution, so that the driver knows exactly.
So if I'm quite sort of Teutonic aggressive with it, that's how you need
as
it.
you like, yeah.
So I shall project from the diaphragm and make sure I am using my best Shakespearean voice. Start. Okay, start. Right, 3 opens. 50.
250 over bridge, that, isn't it?
Under bridge.
God, he's got me sussed already. You're gonna do
250
fantastic.
under bridge, right 5, double caution 100, double caution right 4,
Right for
opens into hairpin left.
So what would you be doing if you weren't here today?
Today, probably standing in the service park interviewing the WRC drivers as they come in.
I thought you were going to say something like, I'll be at home doing the ironing.
I'd be at home doing the ironing. Hear me?
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Check.
Check. Yeah. All right. Oh, man. So 10 seconds. Go. Start. Right, 3, opens. 50. Left, 2, opens. Hard left, 250. Under bridge. Right, 5. Tightens. Long, 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 long. Into left, 4. Opens. Into right, 4. Opens into hairpin left, which you saw 100, a bit lost. We're about 2 Ks from the end. Caution, slippy, hairpin right. Flying finish. Fantastic. Wow, I don't know what happened there. Now that we've driven, because that was stage 4, which is repeated in WRC Rally Deutschland, the car's trying to get away.
Is it? I'll just put my knee against it casually.
I'll lean.
That's the old line lock. She just wants to carry on
wants
going.
to race.
I just better put the brake on it.
Maybe.
Just hold that.
I'll hold
for a
it.
second.
Welcome back to Shakedown.
There we go. Got it.
It's probably a good time to bring this to a close. And I just want to say, James, you weren't too jealous about me then?
Not at all, no. No, as long as you enjoyed it, that's all that
did.
matters.
Yeah, and then I think maybe next time with some English pace notes, I'll maybe do a bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll translate them next time. Yeah.
But thank you very
You're
much.
most welcome.
Really enjoyed it.
Brush up on your German, mate.
I will. Danke, ein bisschen.
Yeah.
So this is Sebastien Loeb, rally leader. And you might just be able to hear the Sebastien Loeb fan club. So Sebastian, your fans say it all really. What a great day for you, day 1 of Rally Deutschland.
Yes, for the moment everything is perfect. It's very nice to have a lot of fun like this here, and I've done a good day. I think no mistakes. The car has been perfect. The tire shows good, so for the moment everything is okay.
Coming up after the break. The weather turns nasty and wreaks havoc on Rally Germany as the action continues. Plus a close-up view of a remote service on Shakedown. Welcome back to Shakedown. It's a glorious, rainy day in Germany, but interestingly enough, here's the Subaru team, the very first service of the day before any stages have been run. After the first 3 stages have been run, there's a remote service, and I'm going to be part of this team for that remote service. I don't really know what it means, so let's go and find out. So Paul, good morning to you.
Hi.
First of all, explain to me why there's a remote service when we have a very nice service park here.
It's actually to allow the cars to do more of a route, or to extend the mileage. So the remote service allows us to change the tyres because there's a limitation on tyre mileage. We're not allowed to cut any tyres when we arrive there.
Right.
So if we have to cut the tyres at all, we have to do it here. So the prediction is crucial. We can't get there and go, oh, I wish we'd cut the tyres some more.
Explain to me why they need to cut the tyres.
We've got to have the tyre choices what will suit the weather conditions. So it's doing an outside cut there which will clear the water and give the car a lot more traction and turning.
Okay. Soon we're going to be loading up the the truck to go to remote service, which tyres are we taking? Have you made a definite decision?
We've made a definite decision because within the regulations we have to nominate the tyres this morning. So when we nominated the tyres for this service, we had to nominate the 12 tyres we're taking. So the choice is made. So there's Mikko's tyres, Petter's tyres which are now being cut.
Okay.
So we're happy to load. Are you done? Okay, so we're going to do the last two, load them, and then we'll get them to come and look in the van we've loaded.
So it's about to be 9:53, and we're leaving at 10. I'll stand here in the rain. So this is the, I guess the scrutineer from the FIA who's checking that the tyres they've got in the back of the car are the ones that they pre-nominated first thing this morning, and to make sure there's nothing else in the truck that can be used on the car. So it's rules, FIA.
From now, when we leave the service now, we can't alter the tyres in any way.
Okay.
Obviously, Jack's just confirming what we've actually done.
Okay.
And then everyone's clear, really.
Okay. So it's giving you the green light.
Yep.
See you later, Mr. In the meantime, back to the action, and day one already saw Marcus Gronholm fall victim to the treacherous conditions, while Sebastien Loeb kept his cool all day to storm into the lead. And as we saw earlier, the weather was turning nasty. Roman Cresta was first to try out the conditions, spinning out of the rally. Next up, Tarmac specialist Gilles Panizzi, but even he was finding the conditions almost impossible. This massive spin sent him into the fields and finally into a tree. His rally over, he was taken to hospital for checks and thankfully suffered only bruising. Meanwhile, Francois Duval was hanging on to his second place. And Sebastien Loeb was looking more and more comfortable in his Citroën in the lead. Petter Solberg was on a charge of his own, just outside the top three, as he made his way to the remote service where the team and the Shakedown crew were waiting for him.
The van is allowed to go in at 11:23.
Right.
That's 8 minutes later, then the rally car will come in.
Okay. I suppose there is very strict organisation here. It just looks like chaos.
Yeah, I think, well, it's a different format. There's different formats to every rally you go to, so it'll settle down and then, you know, we'll get into it. Right, boys, I'm going to have to be pretty on the ball here. So, 8 minutes before the due in time into the control, which I'll let you know, we're allowed to go into the service area, okay? I'll let you know that. You'll get a piece of paper, yeah, so you'll have Petter Solberg, you'll have start number 1, so it's Petter, then you'll have box number, then the rally car will come in, you guide him in and you park him there, okay? If you're not involved in the service, stop in the van.
They haven't got the facilities to deal with anything major or unexpected. They go in there and this time they've only got 10 minutes rather than 20 to effect the service. They've got to refuel, change the tyres, effect any repairs that are necessary.
Guide this van into this bay here. No, it should be in here. That's for the rally car. Steve, can we have the bonnet up as well, quickly?
So the clock is ticking, the 10 minutes has started. Obviously, as you can see, the car's kind of been in some mud along the way. I guess this car looks like it's seen quite a lot of action in the last 3 stages.
Absolutely, it's been incredible.
Really?
It's been absolutely every type of surface and rain, and it's been very difficult, very difficult.
And in terms of tyre choice, was it the right tyres for the morning so far?
Well, we didn't keep the same speed as the quickest one, so not happy enough.
So are these, the tyres going on now, are they different tyres?
Similar.
Similar. So Phil, when it's a remote service, is it important that you muck in and help?
Absolutely, any time that you can save. It's all good, you know?
Yeah.
Simon, we're going to change the spare in the boot as well.
Petter, for you, how different is a remote service to going all the way back to service park? Is it a good thing?
Now it's a good thing.
54 to go, 5-4. I'm not sure I can go. If I shout you when we pass, you've got to come.
He'll come back with you.
Yeah.
The remote service is over, 10 minutes is up, tyres have changed, and Petter is off. That was a very efficient operation to set up this makeshift service.
Yeah.
Were you happy with it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, it was very illuminating. I hope I wasn't in the way.
No. Well, you're good enough to do the service next time and come back this afternoon.
Okay. Thanks, Paul.
No problem, mate.
Cheers. So, onto the afternoon's action, and Petter Solberg, with a new set of tyres, was ready to chase down the leaders. But incredibly, just moments after he left us, this massive accident put an end to his hopes. Another lucky escape, but co-driver Phil Mills had some serious bruising and spent the night in hospital and was later released. That concrete block doing the damage. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz managed to sneak back into second place, ahead of Francois Duval. But still nobody could touch Sebastien Loeb. It's getting towards the end of day 2 of Rally Deutschland, and here we are, stage 15 at the Panzerplatte sprint in the military training ground, and this is a rare feature on an asphalt rally. It's a jump, and it's a big jump. They'll take off over there, the lip of the hill, and they might start landing round about here. Or even, maybe, here. And look how far they fly. Let's watch some cars flying in Deutschland. And it's raining. Back in the thick of it, Carlos Sainz was fighting the German Tarmac and would eventually lose his second place to Francois Duval, who just about kept it together on some tricky corners. But guess who had none of these problems? Sebastien Loeb, yet again, squeaky clean for the whole of the difficult second day of Rally Germany. So the secret of this rally is to know how to take the right racing line through corners and how to brake late. So to test that, I've come to a summer bobsleigh. I feel the need for speed. Okay, long left, slippy, sharp right, squeaky, woohoo! Long right, squeaky, keep line on exit. Sharp right, squeaky. Now that is Shakedown. Coming up after the break. Inside the Sebastien Loeb fan club making some big noise. Plus all the action from day 3 of Rally Germany.
Etwas später lag ihr Fahrrad im Gras und so kam es, dass ich die Zeit vergaß mit ihr Gitarre.
Great to the rally. Welcome to Rally Deutschland, day 3. And just one day left for Sebastien Loeb and the young Belgian Francois Duval to fight it out. Despite the foggy conditions, Loeb picked up where he left off the night before. For Francois Duval, it was all or nothing as he pushed his Ford Focus to the ragged edge. So in the quiet town of Wallhausen, if Francois Duval keeps going the way he is, he'll get his best ever position, which will be second place on the podium. But not if Carlos Sainz could help it. He still had something left to challenge the young Belgian. So there's a great battle for second place. Carlos Sainz is currently in third, but he really is hunting down Francois Duval. Here comes Carlos. Meanwhile, Marcus Gronholm was still pushing, despite being out of the points, taking a little excursion into the fields there. But still, Sebastien Loeb just kept on going. Thousands of people have come from France to watch Sebastien Loeb work his tarmac magic. And this weekend, his magic is in full effect. Rally Germany is a perfect location for the hundreds of loyal Sebastien Loeb fans to come and support their hero, as we are just down the road from his hometown. Organised with military precision, coachloads of the French faithful have made their way to the stages of Rally Deutschland. So we made it to the next stage, this is stage 23, and Sebastien Loeb's doing very well today. He's about to set himself up for his hat-trick of Germany wins, and there's a big group of people here who might be quite pleased about that. I'm looking for Christophe. Thanks. Which one of you is Christophe?
Me.
Ah, Christophe. Ça
Hello.
va?
Ça va, very well.
Where do you all come from?
We come from France. The fan club is national in France.
So do you have any songs that you sing? Because Peter Solberg's fan club sing Peter Solberg, Peter Solberg. No. It's an example.
We don't have songs, but we have slogans.
How important is it for the team that these supporters come all to the rally?
It's very important because we do the rally for the advertising, and when we have the supporter like this, for sure it's very important.
Is Sebastien going to win today?
Yes.
I am sure.
So, the man they've all been waiting for.
Seb.
There he goes, hopefully on his way to victory at Rally Deutschland.
Sebastien Loeb,
So, just a few more kilometres stood in the way of Sebastien Loeb and his delirious fans waiting for victory. Francois Duval had the only realistic chance of catching him, but it was a long shot and he settled for second place. Ahead of Carlos Sainz, who notched up his third podium in a... But Sebastien Loeb couldn't be touched all 3 days, surviving the treacherous conditions and finding extra speed when no one else could. Cheers all round at the Citroën base for a good 3 days of work.
Here to win in Germany, near from the place where I come in France, and with a lot of fans like I have here is very nice.
So Sebastien Loeb kept his cool under pressure to finish ahead of Francois Duval, who equalled his best finish ever. Carlos Sainz rounding off a great weekend for Citroën. All that means Sebastien Loeb is now 29 points ahead of his nearest rival Marco Martin, who leads the tight battle for second. In the manufacturers, Citroën have an impressive lead of 29 points over their nearest rivals, Ford. Coming up after the break, all the celebrations. Plus, find out where next on Shakedown. Welcome back to Shakedown. Wow. Congratulations, another rally, another very nice podium for you. You must be quite happy?
Yeah, it has been a good rally. Cannot complain. It's a rally where I never enjoyed, and another podium, 3 consecutive ones, and I'm happy.
I'm supporting Carlos today.
you have a nice shirt.
Yeah.
You will bring it to Spain?
Yeah, I will. Very good. Thanks, Carlos. Now, it must give you some satisfaction that you had a very tight battle with Carlos Sainz and that you came out on top.
Yes, on the moment, every rally, some big battle. Now I finished just before Carlos. It's quite good. Maybe some Carlos is puppy now.
What is your one lasting memory from Rally Deutschland 2004? The one thing that you'll probably always remember?
The first stage yesterday.
Stage 9.
In the morning, in the water. Oh, it was incredible, I think. I don't know if it was perhaps the most difficult stage of my life.
100 mètres. Gauche à fond plus. Et gauche à fond cordon quai.
At this stage now, do you think that you've won the World Rally Championship 2004?
No, I think it's too early. Sure, we have a good lead, and 29 points is a lot, but we have 6 or 7 races to go, and everything is possible. We have to continue to stay concentrated, to finish the rallies, to take some points, but no, nothing is finished.
Okay. And do you think you're going to spray your fans with the champagne today?
I will try, yes.
Good, thank you. So, you can see the tricolour of the French flag waving for Sebastien Loeb. If you look up there, Trier was once conquered by Napoleon, and the tricolour, it's been conquered again by another Napoleon, Sebastien Loeb, in the Citroën Zara. So it's their own personal champagne moment. That's his 3rd consecutive Rally Deutschland. A hat-trick of Rally Germany's, 3 in a row. His champagne over to the crowd. Amazing. It's the first proper tarmac rally of the year done. The 10th rally of the season all over. It's time for me to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. If you have anything to say, email me, shakedown@wrc.com. See you later. So, Rally Deutschland is over, and we leave this city of ancient Western culture and tradition to sample the Eastern perspective. For the first time ever, the WRC Rally goes to Japan. Round 11 will be full of Eastern promise as the Japanese welcome the World Rally Circus to compete on loose gravel stages in the forests of Hokkaido Island. All their tradition on display, a whole new army of fans will be anxiously awaiting the WRC. Shakedown will be there, and so will you.
Hi, how's it?
2, 1.
Like? No.